Welcome back to the VMP Performance YouTube channel. I'm Justin.
And I'm Jesse, aka the Sauce Boss.
We are in front of one of our project cars, aka Track Attack, 2017 Mustang GT with a very special package.
I think we got something cool for these people today. This is VMP's gift to the world.
Absolutely. It is Christmas time after all. So I'm going to put this right over here.
All right, so we got a Predator engine. What kind of car do we got?
Track Attack's right behind us with no engine at all in it right now. 5.2 liter Predator in our 2017 Track Attack Mustang GT. You know the downside to being the world's first?
Nobody's ever going to be as cool as us?
Nobody's ever done it before. But let's get down here and look at this thing and see what kind of differences there really are.
Cool.
If we start at the front, you've got your regular belt drive, water pump, your alternator goes right here, but I think that's kind of where the similarities stop.
You have these different style supercharger pulleys. They have the clutches in them. So it's going to take a little R&D work until there's options available to replace those. So we're going to start with stock boost and then see where it takes us.
So the coolant lines, although different, look like they'll be close enough.
Should be close enough to match with off-the-shelf hoses. The other thing that worries me a little bit, we're looking at this oil filter adapter housing. Completely different design than what we're used to with the Coyotes. We're gonna see what we can do about that. May have to make something custom, may be able to bolt up a regular S550 housing. So we're gonna get that off, we're gonna measure some things, see if it fits.
Yeah, and you know, even since we're talking about oil, the new GT500 has this massive cast aluminum pan. Hopefully it'll fit just fine inside of the K-member.
Yep, gotta check clearances on the subframe. May or may not have to switch to a tubular subframe, but we won't know until we try to set it on the cradle.
We've got our headers. Well, you know what, this is a funny story. When you get an engine, there's no header on this side, and there's a header over on this side. So we will we'll hopefully be using our own headers on this swap.
Yep.
Because this is, well, this is cool for a production vehicle. It's not nearly race oriented enough for Track Attack.
What kind of blower is this, Justin? I like this one better.
Chuck, are you already trying to put that on this engine?
Yes.
Okay, so the Predator got upgraded with these really nice die-cast aluminum valve covers.
We got the DCT flywheel on here as well. We need to make sure, because we're trying to do the world's first manual swap onto this Predator engine, we're gonna see if we can't bolt up the 15 to 17 flywheel and stick the MT82 right on it.
Yeah, we've got to get this guy off of here. This is a weird piece of like voodoo magic engineering right here.
Yep.
Check out these holes so you can actually get to the flywheel bolts, some type of spline and all this stuff going on. I don't know what Ford was thinking other than how do we get a DCT to work behind a V8.
If you're familiar with the Nissan GTR, they had some success with that. Nissan had some problems keeping them together when you really pump the horsepower up to them. So we're gonna be keeping an eye out on these and see if Ford has those same problems once you turn them up.
And if they do have those problems, we will find a way to get past them. So this cam cover, I was talking about the valve covers, cam covers being die-cast aluminum. People are already swapping these onto older Coyotes, and the connectors for the cam phaser actuators look the same as a Gen 2 Coyote. So hopefully that part of the swap will go very smoothly.
Yep, we're gonna have to change the whole wiring harness anyway, so the more stuff that just plugs in, the better.
So beyond the wiring, there is fuel, and there are no aftermarket fuel rails for the 2020 GT500 yet. So we're gonna have to figure out how to hook up Track Attack's fuel system to the stock rails and the stock injectors. Though we are going to leave the stock fuel injectors in here to see how far we can push them.
If you look here, they got these nice little foam covers here to keep them happy and warm and insulated, or cool, because you don't want your fuel to boil. They got the crossover line back here. Looks like this is where we're gonna have to hook up the fuel system.
Yeah, we're gonna hook up here, and then we're gonna see what we can do with this fuel rail pressure sensor. It's a pretty nice input for us to have on the dyno. Know what the fuel system's doing.
Yeah. So it looks like this engine uses a tall 60mm style injector.
When we do need to upgrade, there are plenty of options available to us.
Up front, we've got this big 92mm throttle body.
And they've changed electronics on us as well. It looks like they've gone with the same style as the Hellcat.
Another swap challenge to get this new style throttle body to work with the Gen 2 PCM, but we are going to figure it out.
And
they got rid of that plastic hose system that leaks on every Coyote you ever even look at funny. So that's nice. We got the metal just like the old GT500s.
our intercooler lines now come out on the front right here. Sorry guys, I had this loose earlier because I was looking at it.
Let's go take a look at the car. I mean, Track Attack had a supercharged 5.0 in it before. We should be able to get a Predator 5.2 in it.
Shouldn't be a problem, but we'll see what the constraints that might be holding us back are.
So like we were saying earlier, Track Attack already has the engine and the cradle out of it.
Should be able to just set it right on here, start test fitting clutch, transmission, and try to put it in the hole.
There's going to be our Mantic clutch and flywheel that we're going to bolt right up to the 5.2.
AC, like we said before, we have the 15 to 17
Style
compressor.
right there.
We're going to see if it bolts to this engine, make it a little easier for us to route the belts.
So Track Attack's going to have a nice skylight right up there to the world.
Yep.
And we do have that 5.2 engine swapped in.
Not going to be able to hide it.
It's going to take Jesse's mechanical skill, my tuning knowledge, the whole tuning team at VMP's knowledge, but I am confident we will get this thing swapped, running, and making horsepower very quickly. Sauce Boss, you're going to swap this thing in.
And then you're going to get it tuned on the dyno.
We're going to make some horsepower with this 5.2 liter Predator and our 2017 Mustang GT. Until next time, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you later.